Ships return on a summer monsoon. Several incense, fabric, trinkets, boxes of treasures from Siam on their way home. Boats and lanterns, things that never reach the eyes they were intended for. Rest between the pages of the tales of Genji, Basho, haiku. On their way home, ships return on a summer monsoon.
Lead to 2 1/4, Divine Unicorn of the 650. Then John Snow for the back is Young Star ridden along, passed by Kings Will Dream. Winks is about 8 off the lead around the turn. Ventura Storm midfield from Mighty Boss, followed by Grunt, and they were followed by Tally, and Winks sticking towards the inside but trying to pick up some ground. Trap for Fools has the running at the 300 metres. John Snow back to the inside, Kings Will Dream. There's a gap for Winks, she's going to have to explode. Trap for Fools at the 200. Kings Will Dream back to the inside. Winks down the middle. Kings Will Dream at the 100. It's getting desperate. Now Winks is storming home. Winks over the top. Oh, she's too good. They can't beat her. Winks has won it by a length. Second Young Star.
Not a worry in the world, Matty Hill. A great call, mate, first and foremost. Take us through it from your point of view. You've got an eye on the race, but at the same time, you've got an eye on her.
Well, there was, yeah, definitely. You're watching her most of the way, obviously, but there was a bit happening up the front because Kings Will Dream was getting up on the fence. There was still a race developing between those horses. Young Star, Trap for Fools was trying to hold on, but all of a sudden she's come with a burst. And, I mean, initially the emotion is, well, she's got away with that, but when you talk about the clock, she was pretty comprehensive in the end.
Yeah, that's right. And look, she wasn't allowed to be dominant because in all the races where she's been, just that, dominant margin-wise, they've been fast races, which suits, as I said, suits the elite athlete because they can't keep up with her. It's simple maths. But when they're going moderately and can sprint home, a lot of athletes can do that.
It was still soft on the line, though, the last 50 metres. Huey just let her glide past the post. I mean, it was as impressive a one-length win as you could ever see.
That is a great call. And physically, did you see her in the mounting yard? She paraded past me. Her coat looked amazing. She is in unbelievable nick for a 7-year-old mare.
She looked very relaxed going around in the mounting yard yesterday, I thought. She looked in awesome condition.
So right here, Huey normally would stay in that line and think, you know what, because he is in the past ridden her as clearly the best horse in the race here. He just gets a little pressure from the outside. He gets shoved towards that inside, doesn't he? And right
but
here,
he was happy to go there.
He was, but right here you'd think, oh gee, I know it's a long straight at Flemington, but this is not the A spot.
Yeah, he was dictated to a little bit. I mean, that's the thing when you're odds on, everyone knows where you are, and they need a plan to beat you. And the best way to get her beaten, which hasn't happened for a long time, as we all know, is A, a slowly run race, or B, being held up. So, you know, it wasn't slowly run. It was about even for Group 1 speed, a bit below. But then she had to negotiate some traffic. So that's what they're hoping for in order to beat her.
John Snow sitting there in third. Young Star outside Kings Will Dream. So they are now basically joint favourites for a Caulfield Cup. They're together. Yep. Young Star comes out. Kings Will Dream goes in, and there was a moment there where Craig had a split-second decision to make. Does he go outside Trap for Fools, or does he go inside? Just held up a touch. How did you mark both of those, Gator?
Both very, very good. You'd have to say Young Star covering more ground was a better run to the eye, but then was the inside hard on the rail, the A ground later in the day? Look, I thought the track played pretty well, but you can factor that in if you like. But I think Young Star, who was first under pressure from the two of them, note that, but she's done that in the past and built her momentum/speed strongly and hit the line. I liked the way she rallied when Winks sailed by her. That was a real positive. Kings Will Dream was sound, but Ventura Storm Nelly got him for third, so I'm less enamoured about Kings Will Dream than Young Star.